Space has always been an intriguing dream for humankind. There is a yearning to understand the origins of the universe when you look up at the stars. There's a reason why we know more about space than we do our own oceans. It's more fun for us to fantasize about aliens and space travel than dark ocean floors. During the Cold War, there was a race between the USA and the then Soviet Union to reach space first. We achieved so much scientific progress in those years through the intense competition alone. Although we continue to learn more information every day, lack of government funding for space exploration has considerably slowed down the process for both nations, and thus the world. The US carefully maintains its hold over space and its satellites, but no longer prioritizes new ventures. However, there is a new leader arising. China has been investing heavily in its space and science programs to lead the charge in a renewed effort to learn more about space and advance their technologies. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 mysteries and claims to come from China. Mystery objects. In May 2014, multiple large objects fell from space and landed in China. These mystery objects landed in the city of Qiqihar in the northeastern province of Heilongjiang. Fortunately, no one was hurt by the pieces. This province borders with Russia's Far East, so it was quickly assumed by experts to be space debris from a Russian rocket or satellite. Coincidentally, Russia had just unsuccessfully launched a satellite from the Baikonur Space Center in Kazakhstan around the same day. The communications satellite was meant to connect with their other satellites and deliver internet to the more remote Russian regions that lack fast communication methods. However, just 9 minutes after launch, the rocket's control engine failed, and it quickly burned in the upper atmosphere. It seems that not all of the rocket and satellite were destroyed though. While most of it burned, some debris fell and made its way into China. The China National Space Administration conducted an analysis on the mystery objects and concluded that they had indeed come from Russia's failed satellite. This launch failure was quite the embarrassment for the Russian government. Less than 50 years ago, they were considered leaders in the space industry. They launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik, at a time when no one was expecting it, and shocked the world. Their accomplishments spurred the technological and cultural developments of the space age. They were able to do more at that time with less technology than we have now. To make it even worse for them, the satellite cost Russia 150 million euros to build. China claims to be building an artificial sun. China has revealed their plans to create a nuclear fusion reactor that will reach extreme temperatures similar to those found at the sun's core. They claim that their artificial sun will be able to burn up to 360 million degrees Fahrenheit, about 12 times hotter than our sun. Nuclear fusion on the sun occurs when 2 hydrogen nuclei fuse together to form a heavier helium nucleus, thus releasing an immense amount of energy during the process. In order to recreate this process of nuclear fusion, China is using HL-2M tokamak, which is the largest kind of fusion reactor found today. Their device is called the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak. The name tokamak comes from a shortened version of the Russian translation for toroidal magnetic confinement. A tokamak is a ring-shaped device in which the hydrogen is heated to extreme temperatures and turns into plasma. The temperamental plasma is contained in the device through the use of magnetic fields. However, the plasma is prone to bursts and can easily damage the device. Essentially, a tokamak is a donut that's very difficult to control and has taken a long time to be used at such a large scale. Most other scientists switched from tokamaks to a more stable device called a stellarator. They say that China's tokamak is different than others due to the flexibility of its magnetic field. It provides more protection from the plasma to the reactor walls, resulting in a more stable device. China first began working on it in 2006, and it took until 2018 for the construction to near completion, and it to reach the halfway point of 180 million degrees Fahrenheit. The scientists working on it claim that it will be fully operational and reach the claimed 360 million degrees Fahrenheit by the end of 2020. So why is China creating an artificial sun? What will they use it for? Their goal is to create a stable plasma fusion reaction that can continuously maintain those extreme temperatures by itself. They want to use the power it generates as an energy source for commercial practices. If successful, their artificial sun would be a massive jump in progress towards a clean and nearly limitless energy. It would also be an immense financial profit for them. While the arc generator imitated the power of the tesseract to provide clean, renewable energy, the experimental advanced superconducting tokamak will imitate the sun's nuclear fusion. The researchers have taken about 14 years for their tokamak to be able to reach half the expected temperature for short intervals of time before destabilizing. Although the 2020 pandemic might have slowed the project down, the researchers continue to work towards their goal of it being fully operational. China lands on the dark side of the moon. On January 3rd, 2019, at around 10:26 AM Beijing time, China's robot spacecraft successfully landed on the far side of our moon. The spacecraft Chang'e 4 puts China in the running for a space leader, as it is the first in history to land in the South Pole Aitken Basin, which is an area of the moon that is never visible to Earth. This dark side of the moon is unexplored territory. No one has attempted to reach it before. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite, rotating every 27 days or so. We are actually only able to see approximately 60% of the moon's surface. The 40% of the dark side of the moon is always hidden from us. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, have spent the past 50 years collecting images of the far side of the moon through various satellites and space probes. So, although we have known for some time what the other side roughly looks like, this landing makes history and will reveal even more detailed information about the moon and space that we did not know prior. There is no direct communication link to the robotic spacecraft, so in order for the lunar images it captured to reach Earth, it has to be rerouted through another satellite that China recently launched prior to this mission. Chang'e 4 was launched on December 7th, 2018, and arrived in the moon's orbit 5 days later. It then took the rest of the month to lower itself onto the surface. Named after a Chinese goddess who supposedly lived for millennia on the moon, its mission is to explore the massive South Pole Aitken Basin. This basin is one of the largest known impact craters in our whole solar system. The distance from its tallest peaks to its very depths is nearly 15 kilometers. Mount Everest only reaches around 8.9 kilometers. Chang'e 4 will collect soil samples to analyze the structure and composition of the moon above and below its surface. What's even more amazing is that Chang'e 4 brought live plant species from Earth that it will use to plant a garden. It carries cotton, rapeseed, potato, yeast, and the small flowering plant Arabidopsis. Apart from gathering samples and data, its other mission is to attempt to grow the first plants on the moon. The China National Space Administration also explained that since there is no radio interference on the dark side, there is opportunity for spacecraft to observe the stars and nebulae using radio astronomy. Even though the moon has been explored since the 1960s, there is so much information still unknown to us. China first announced its moon landing plan in 2016. Their space program has grown exponentially since their first astronaut launching in 2003, and over time they have managed to send multiple robotic spacecrafts onto the moon, albeit on the light side. They have also launched various satellites and space stations, and even a Mars rover that they expect to land in February 2021. It's amazing how far we've come technologically. Alternative energy sources, interstellar exploration, space gardens, next up, space travel. All we need now is to clean up the junk and debris still floating in space. With the Chinese government heavily funding their space program and encouraging new developments, perhaps it will inspire some competition within the other countries to once again look up at the sky and delve back into space exploration. But what do you make of these projects from China and how they've expanded their knowledge about space? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.